and certainly the first startup I worked in. I mean, we just sat, I sat with the CEO and he's just like, I'm terrible at marketing, I'm terrible at marketing. And he became a great marketer, but he still was the technologist.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
So talk a little bit about your approach to developing strategies for accomplishing things as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, so even though I do have a master's in marketing, I'm a very much a keep it simple kind of guy. I like simple processes. I tend to be the kind of person who comes up, 1 to 3, you're good. We'll ask the question again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about your approach to developing strategies for small business.
Yeah, and it's a funny one for me, and my clients hear this all the time. Like, if we're not keeping it simple, we're making it way too complicated. And so one of the things I did, obviously there was, I went to university, I learned how to draw a marketing plan, I learned all about the 4 Ps, which are now like 15 Ps or whatever it is, or where we're at today. In fact, funnily enough, in one of my assignments, I proposed 6 Ps and failed. And 2 of them are the Ps today. So anyway, I was ahead of my time.
7 the other day. I was like,
And anyway, so coming back to it, so one of the things I made sure was I just want something that kind of makes sense to me and I felt made sense to my clients. I was doing with small business clients. I just wanted it to be plain English. None of this complicated stuff. We don't need the 20-point plan. And so what I developed was what I ended up calling the STAR strategy. And it was basically develop your strategy, implement your tactics, set your actions, and gather results. That was it, STAR. And so in the strategy, it was kind of just gathering the strategy is kind of like the snapshot, where are we at? What are our key messages? What's the market telling us? All that kind of strategic stuff. In the tactics, I broke it into 4 areas. I said, well, you've got brand tactics, you've got lead generation tactics, you've got sales processes, and you've got relationship maintenance tactics. Basically, all the tactics. And it suited my brain and a lot of entrepreneurs' brains, because I just said, just turn up to that page and just go blah. Just put them all down. Don't worry about orders, don't worry about what we can afford, don't worry about putting, and they just end up with lists of stuff, and we define things, we'd write sales letters, all that sort of stuff. Then we get to the action and say, okay, we've got 2 groups of actions, we've got ongoing actions, and we've got one-off actions. All right, and then we'd take the tactics based on budgets and all that sort of thing, we'd start to organize all the tactics into, this is the stuff we've got to do, this is how we deliver, this is when we deliver. So it starts to now look like a normal strategy, right? And then the last piece, although I was saying as you're going, it's not always the last thing you do, but make sure in everything you do, you put measurables in place. Which of course is much easier today online than say it was offline 15, 20 years ago. So that's basically the process I've always used. I then evolved that into a full-blown, how do you put a business together?
Okay.
All right.